It wasn't the wrestler's effort I was faulting. It was the presentation of the fact that they put one classic wrestling match on a 3-hour program, interrupted it with 3 commercial breaks, and then after those guys had given a hell of an effort, Hulk Hogan comes out and pats him on the head like 2 little kids and then runs off because he gets his ear whispered in because the NWO's beating up Mick Foley.
I love when you say that part about the ear whisper.
The ear whisper. These 2 guys just went 20 minutes for the title, tearing a down, and he gets the ear whisper and runs off in a panic on live television. It's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, Bubba, play that one. Anyway, the point is they flawed their presentation as usual. And I'm not going to sit here and go on about it again because everybody is really agreeing with us, according to the emails that we've been flooded with, except for the few Bubba the Love Sponge fans that basically follow him around. Hey, they had the stars, man. Bubba rules. But anybody that's ever watched a wrestling program, which is the people we're speaking to, knows what's going on, and they're kind of appreciating this for the ludicrosity that it is composed of. And I found out something else about Bubba, Tommy, you didn't know.
What's that?
And this is real. Bubba on the Internet, this is real. Bubba cannot hold on to his handguns. Just this last summer, somebody broke in his car and stole 2 handguns out of his car. And about 5 years ago, he left a handgun in a fanny pack laying at a Taco Bell when he walked out, and they recovered it and brought it back to him. When you leave handguns laying around where small children can pick them up, doesn't that necessarily void your warranty on having them? But apparently he carries guns around because he either is nervous about running his dick licker about people on the radio, they're going to say something to him about it, or elsewise they're afraid the people will watch his performance on Impact and try to take matters into their own hands to eradicate him from the wrestling airwaves. One or the other. I'm not sure which.
Or maybe he thinks he's a big celebrity and needs the protection, right?
Well, who can you pick out of a police lineup besides Howard Stern that's on radio? Answer that quickly.
I agree with you 100%. Oh, Jim Cornette.
Well, there you go. Because I gained my greatest fame on television, where Bubba the Love Sponge sucks. Let's talk about Ring of Honor for a few minutes. I went to the television tapings this weekend, and once again, these guys put on a tremendous performance up and down the card. There was a couple of classic matches. The Young Bucks and the Briscoes in a tag team match was off the charts. Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, and Tyler Black all turned in some great performances, including a tag match with Strong and Black against Roderick and, let me try that again, Strong and Black against Aries and King. But also these guys, they're really digging in over the world title situation. Aries and Black have a rematch February 13th in New York at the Manhattan Center. There's going to be judges at ringside, which will be Kenny King, Roderick Strong, and yours truly, Jim Cornette. The whole television taping had a real air of excitement. And once again, these guys are so young and so hungry. They're laying it on the line, and I think Ring of Honor on HD Net's getting better every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. What else? What other plugs do I need to get in? And you can email me at jimcornette@jimcornette.com and tell me how bad you hate Bubba the Love Sponge. And somebody needs to send Hulk Hogan sympathy cards for not being able to bring me in because I'm negative and bitter.
Well, something tells me this thing.
And by the way, I would tell a lie if I said I wasn't bitter. I'm not bitter about being fired. I'm bitter actually about wasting 3 years of my life sitting next to Vince Russo in the same building trying to suffer his existence. But that's Jeff Jarrett's fault. So I gotta discuss that one with my old friend Jeff one of these days. But otherwise than that, I'm not really bitter. I'm just factual.
And
also, I'm getting a kick out of this just because it's fun and it's cold outside. So I got to have something to keep me busy.
Yeah, but you don't make a living out of this like Bubba does. So how dare you do a podcast?
You know what? Bubba the Love Sponge, it's a classic line. It's been said many times in many ways, but this is the best. Bubba the Love Sponge has the perfect face for radio. And meanwhile, I'm on a high-def program on Ring of Honor. I've got a low-def face, but it doesn't matter because I believe in what I'm doing. And as a matter of fact, Ring of Honor, we announced some exciting things going on this spring for Ring of Honor, including, I will say it now, the debut with a major event, a statement, a showcase show in Charlotte, North Carolina in April. You can go to ringofhonorwrestling.com in the weeks to come and find out more about what's going to be the big independent show of 2010. I'll just tease there. And Tommy, we continue to do our sad little podcast every week to ever-growing numbers while Nero fiddles and Rome burns.
The most popular wrestling radio show in the entire world right now.
On the planet! And imagine how much territory that takes in.
The planet, yeah, you're right. Well, not according to Bubba Love Sponge, but anyway, I'm sure Bubba will be listening to this week's edition of Cornette's commentary. I'm sure Hulk Hogan will be listening, Eric Bischoff.
All the stars listen. It's so informative in many ways.
And we challenge any of them, invite any of them to come on Cornette's commentary anytime they want, any of them.
Absolutely. We will give an open platform to anyone who'd like to respond in such fashion.
Maybe Ed Ferraro will respond and want to come on and talk to you.
And as a matter of fact, my phone is beeping now. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Hogan trying to get through.
Well, if that's the case, let me let you go, and we'll talk to you next week here on Cornette's Commentary, Jimmy.
Next week on Cornette's Commentary. Oh, and by the way, once again, Kenny Bolin, his New Year's resolution is to lose weight. He wants to get rid of 250 pounds of ugly fat, so he kicked his son out of the house.
Oh, man, poor Kenny. All right, Jimmy, we'll talk to you next week, all right, man?
Thank you, Tommy, and please try not to take Bubba the Love Sponge criticisms of our humble little program too close to your heart, because it is the holiday time. Depression is down, especially amongst people who watch TNA wrestling, and we don't want anything...
Hello?
And we don't want anything tragic to happen to you.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
See, now it's Bischoff calling. He's ringing my phone off.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of calls. Let me let you go. We'll talk to you next week, all right, Jimmy?
I'm blocking all of them. Goodbye, Tommy.
Take care.